So when shampooing, you want to bring your client back to the bowl. You want to make sure that all the little straggle hairs from their neck are pulled out of her towel. And then you let her feet up, make sure she's good and comfortable. The drape goes over the back of the chair. And then carefully you let the chair back. Are you comfortable?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Can you scoot back a little bit more? There.
Okay.
So the first step in shampooing is you want to get your water at the correct temperature. So you want to get a nice comfortable temperature. Not too hot, definitely not too cool. So this is the proper way of holding your shampoo hose. Takes a little practice. For me, I learned the old school way 40 years ago, and we always were taught to keep our baby finger, our pinky finger in the flow of water. Can you see that? How my pinky finger is always in contact with the water, and that way, if the temperature changes, I know it. So the first thing is you want to thoroughly saturate the hair. I wet the hair down really good, and I'm using this for a couple of different reasons. One is to rinse any gels or oils or excess spray out of the hair prior to shampooing. So don't just go in and just wet. You kind of want to do a good rinse. Move that hair around, get the flow of the water right down to the scalp. So the number one objective of shampooing the hair is to cleanse. There's many different shampoos on the market. The technique that I've developed is for the first shampoo to use a deep cleansing shampoo first. Then go in with a conditioning shampoo. So I won't get brand specific because in the industry you will develop whatever brand you want. So for your first shampoo, you want to go in and emulsify the shampoo in your hand like this. It's not that you're going to put the shampoo all just right on the top. You put some here, get a little more, some here. You want to separate the hair and get it right here. I see a lot of stylists make the mistake. They take one big blob and just put it all right here like that. It's not the proper way. The first thing you're going to do is work up a lather. So we're not even focusing on shampooing. I've developed a tried and true technique, and we'll let Juanita speak on it. I kind of mentally imagine the head section into 3 to 4 parts. The front, the crown, the mid-back above the occipital, and the back below the occipital. And that's how I work. I work one area at a time. So I use a technique where I go back and forth using the balls of my fingers and a firm touch. And I ask the client, how's that? Is that too hard? Good? Okay. So I go across and down to the top of her ear and then back this way. My goal is to touch every spot on her head, not to leave no spot untouched. Then I move back without breaking contact. And I've moved now to the crown section. I go in 2 directions. And now I'm in the final section. So I take my hand here and I cradle her head. I'm holding the weight of her head up in my hands. doesn't matter what product you decide to use. The first one usually a cleansing shampoo, second one usually a conditioning. So I always start rinsing from the front to the back. So when rinsing the hair, and I'm going to show you on the final shampoo because that's the most important rinse. Hello. So I'll show you on the final rinse. It's very important to rinse thoroughly. I'm also going to show you the age-old secret of how to get to rinse in the back. So the second shampoo that I'm going in with is a conditioning shampoo. Same thing that I do to distribute it evenly throughout the hair. Work up a nice lather. You can develop your own technique for shampooing. I was taught this when I was in cosmetology school. But there's days I change it up. You don't have to go back and forth in crossways like I do. You can do little circles if you like. I like the circles sometimes, the circular motion sometimes. As long as you figure out how to touch everywhere on the scalp. Now when I've done it, I think I've gotten the scalp thoroughly cleansed. I go back with my two thumbs, right and left, and kind of work around that hairline. You always want to get that clean because that's where you'll find any makeup and face creams have gotten into the hairline. And I always finish it off with a nice, slow scalp massage. The customers love it. Shampooing is the most essential, to me, is the most important part of servicing the hair. If you don't get the hair clean and conditioned properly, then it's not going to lead to a successful outcome. See how I'm moving the hair around and getting that flow of water right to the scalp. You never ever want to leave product residue on the scalp. I'm sorry, then you pull the ears back. You always want to rinse the shampoo from behind the ears. The rule of thumb is you rinse the hair. I'm constantly watching the flow of water in the shampoo bowl. And you rinse the hair until the water runs clear. When you go through the entire head and the water runs clear, you know you've done a sufficient job. So here's how you're gonna rinse the back. You bring the water over here, and right when you get to the crest, the part of the head where the angle starts changing and going down, you put this shampoo hose flush against the head and push it, and then you can move that hose anywhere. So here I'm going to do the boomerangs for you. Here you are here, and the more you get over here, you put it flush against the head. See? Flush against the head. Flush against the head. Flush against the head. So you can go anywhere with that hose. There you go. So for today, the one thing that I always do is I take an extra towel, and sometimes you get a little suds in the ear, and that's okay. I go through and kind of clean my client up. But I towel dry prior to putting their conditioner on. Why do we do that? Because the water that's left in the hair can dilute the conditioner. So the conditioner I've chosen today for Juanita is what I call a conditioner cocktail. And it's kind of a special blend of moisturizers and reconstructors mixed together. That I'm gonna put on her hair and apply under the dryer for 15 minutes. I'm gonna comb her out first. Combing out, you always wanna start at the ends and work your way up. So there's a lot of different conditioners and types of conditioners and shampoos on the market for color treated hair, for thin fine hair, for curly hair that you want to be a little smoother, for dry hair, for damaged hair. We're going to go over all those in another class. So this is my conditioner cocktail, and I'm going to apply it with the tint brush. Make sure it gets saturated everywhere. From the scalp all the way to the ends. Get the edges. So in the salon, I include conditioner in my service. I never want $15 to come between my client and having healthy hair. That's just me. Now some salons charge a la carte for everything. They charge for the shampoo. I don't want my clients to come to the salon with their hair shampooed already. I want to use my products, my conditioners, and know that the hair is clean and the palette is ready for me to create my art on. Clients will call sometime and ask, oh, how much is it for a hairstyle? Well, I can shampoo it myself. I said, well, yeah, you can, but it's the same price. So you may as well come on in and let us pamper you. So we try to make the shampoo part of the experience. Move to the other side. Just brushing the conditioner on section by section. the last time Juanita was in a salon, so we gave her highlights. The time before that, we did her base color. So I always want to make sure that her hair stays strong, stays moist. So we take that extra 15, 20 minutes out and put the client under the dryer with conditioner. She doesn't have to do it every time, but at least every other time she goes under the dryer with the conditioner. Just enough. So I'm going to go back and comb it through. Make sure that every strand is coated. Cover her processing cap. And under the dryer should go clean up. So it's been 20 minutes. She's been under the hooded dryer with her conditioner. Go back to the shampoo bowl. Need to move the chair out just a bit. So when adjusting the shampoo chair, if you have the adjustable type, the back of the chair needs to hit right under the neck of the bowl. Not aligned with it, but right under that way the customer's neck cradles perfectly. Okay, you can sit down. You got the feet up before laying them back. So I always rinse the conditioner thoroughly from the hair. A lot of people say, oh, you can leave a little trace in. I really don't prefer to, because sometimes the conditioners can make the hair stiff or dull, depending on what it is. I'd rather just rinse it all out and then use one that's designed to leave in. I always use a leave-in conditioner. So I'm gonna take this wet towel off of her. And there you have shampoo, deep condition. Now we'll move into our next video for hairstyle. After you finish shampooing your client, it's very important to set your area up for your next client. Or if you work in a salon with other stylists, you always want to clean up behind yourself. Here at this salon, we use Clorox wipes, and it varies from week to week. You want to make sure that you thoroughly sanitize the bowl and everything that is touched. Especially during COVID times, we can't be too careful. So we take every precaution here. Dispose of that wipe. All your soiled towels, they go in a covered soiled linen container.